Hi guys.
Hello, people.
Look at Lola's mug. Look how cute it is.
I don't know.
I can't wait for us to film at my place so that I can have that mug because we bought
went,
two.
Yeah.
But like,
why didn't we buy four?
Because
we're
I
gonna
like
fight over this mug. And Milena was like, "I'm gonna take this, and you take the Death Note one." And I was like, over my dead body. Like, imagine I had to sit there and like have to hold a fucking light while you hold
our babies.
my favorite humans.
Because like that would make no sense. Because the way when you drink from that note, I drink from the Lord of the Rings. Like, what the fuck is that? At least
you choose that
because it's a nice color.
Yeah, but like you choose it.
It's a nice mug.
And every time you just like, give me the Death Note mug too.
Yeah, but like it somehow evens out because like I am drinking from the show that I don't like.
You cannot compare.
Like. But like I'm drinking, it can even because I'm drinking from the movie that I don't like just because the color is nice.
Yeah.
And you are drinking from the show you don't.
And why am I drinking?
The light you don't like.
Yeah. And why am I drinking from it?
Well, because it was a present.
Yeah, exactly. I'm forced to do it.
You are forced.
We're drinking tea, and I like start, putting water in, and she's like, she just takes the cup, and she's like, "You're gonna drink from Death Note." And I'm like, "Please no, please no."
You accept it, but now, we have this one, and if it would not be fair for me to drink from that.
I love them, and I miss them so much.
Me too.
Let me just tell you that.
Me too.
But this is Hunter. These are our other group of boys, cute boys. I was gonna say girls, girls.
No, here there are girls.
So we are watching our precious fucking boys. I was talking about Knuckle yesterday to people. I was with my friends in a store, and there were a lot of like cute One Piece shirts. Like anime, and like I have not watched it, so I'm not gonna like buy it, but like they looked very nice. And so I was thinking of my favorite character from One Piece is from like the show that we have watched. And then I was like thinking, but who my favorite character from Hunter x Hunter is? Knuckle. Because I was mentioning to my friend that like watched Hunter at some point, and I was like, oh my god, I love Knuckle. And she said to me, and she loves Hunter x Hunter, she said, "Is that the one with the hair?" And I was like,
it's interesting how
did you not appreciate him enough to like
people don't watch
not
shows
remember his name?
People don't watch shows that way,
Yeah, I think like it must be nice having a normally functioning brain.
Because I think they even forget the names very easily,
Yeah, and here we are.
And when I talk to my friend who I made watch many shows, he's like, I am watching episode 401. I was like, oh my god, in that one, that happened. Yeah. He's like, what the fuck is wrong
because I'm gonna talk about remember because in episode 307 this and this happened. They're like, what the fuck? Why? And like, I don't know why I know that. Don't ask me.
But I love what is going on in Hunter x Hunter right now.
I can't. Like, we're gonna watch another episode after this.
God knows what is gonna happen now.
I feel so unwell over the whole arc that we're in. I mean, we have been in it for a bit now. But like right now in the moment, this honestly feels like arc within the arc the second that we came into the palace. Because things like switched around. The narrator is telling us things and the episode is like
2 seconds
in a different way, And so like this feels like an arc within the arc, and like I don't know how to deal with it. Like I feel like I half of the episode I forget that I'm supposed to breathe through the episode. Like too many things are happening. We have left off on a cliffhanger for every single fucking one. I don't know which one we're gonna approach in this episode. Like you know what I mean? Like Gon could be seeing Pitou in this episode. I don't think that's gonna be a thing, but like that could be a thing.
Yes, that could be a thing in a normally paced show.
Sure.
In this arc, that's not gonna be a thing. I again still think 3 episodes from now, maybe he's gonna get a glimpse of her.
Literally.
But like, what is gonna happen when he gets a glimpse? I don't know, because it's gonna be prolonged.
Honestly, the more important question is, do I want to know? Do I?
You sent me a comment that somebody made about how when Gon and Killua were running, when Killua...
Because like that did not cross my mind, honestly, at all.
Mine at all.
Because like I was just like, Killua noticed them and like went, and Gon was like, okay, you handle that or whatever. Like I was not thinking that Gon being so concentrated on like Pitou, even he definitely had to have noticed, because like the comment also mentioned that we saw in one of the previous ones that he is very fucking sharp, and like his brain functions even quicker than Killua's. So like he noticed the guys as well, and just like
Continued.
Yeah, continued, didn't steer off plan. And like you would usually say that Gon is gonna, like, he is not, like, Killua is more like gung-ho about sticking to the plan, whereas Gon is like, let's do the right thing.
I mean, actually, that's what I want to say. I think that comment was very interesting in my opinion, because, but like that is interesting for both of the characters, you know, because like before, like few months ago, it would be completely the opposite, where Killua would stick with the plan and Gon would be the one who steers off of it because he
let
cares
me help
for
out
this.
my friend.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Gon didn't stutter for a bit. He's like, Pitou.
I think we saw the progression in Killua's definitely slowly through time.
Yeah.
You know? So like to me this was expected from him, but like made me emotional.
Yeah.
Again, expected from Gon as well, with the way that we know how he feels about Pitou. Yeah.
I mean, that is his priority. Yeah. Like that is, I mean, we have talked about it again and again and again and again. That's why we are also worried about the whole situation, just because like he is so tunnel vision, you know, that he is not even gonna, again, this could have been an unimportant, not an unimportant thing, but like Ikki could have like handled this. Like this was not like immediately like a life-threatening situation, but just like, you know, Killua was not thinking about it at all. He just like switched, he's gonna go protect his friend, you know. Well, Gon didn't have this in this instant because he needs to get to Pitou. He needs to get to Pitou, and nothing is gonna stand in his way, potentially not even Komugi. I don't know. Like I don't know.
We're gonna have to see that.
No, we're gonna have to see that. I don't know how we approach that subject. I don't know where that goes. I just know that it makes me feel uneasy. Yeah. Like it makes me feel uneasy.
I think I still think that like even if he's blinded with rage, I could see the story where Killua stops him in that moment or something like that.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I told you, I thought like maybe Killua is gonna be the one injured trying to prevent Gon.
Yeah, I don't expect that. I more expected he's just gonna stop him for a second or something. I don't know. To not kill Komugi. I don't expect him to be injured. I don't know. Again, because to me there is no going back for the two of them, which I think is a heart of the show. Yeah. In some ways, you know. So like, if there is no going back, if he hurts him that much, you know, then I don't think that's happening.
I don't think it hurts him that much, you know, but just like a bit of injury. You know, not like.
I mean, we'll see, because like if he stands in front of it, then to me it's not a bit of injury. The Gon is not that. Gon is much stronger than that. That's what I want to say. You know? Yeah. I think he could kill Killua.
I don't know in what realm of possibility we're working with, because like I don't know this Gon technically. I understand how we are here, but like I don't know this Gon in terms of like I don't know how he could even stop himself and where he would stop himself.
I think our Gon is gonna come out.
Hopefully sooner rather than late.
I really think so. I think it's not that we don't know him. I think we're gonna see him in the season.
No, I mean,
arc completely, you know.
We have never lost him.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
It's just that like we are gonna function in realms that like we have not functioned in before, you know, because like I didn't ever take into even a possibility that he could potentially harm an innocent person, but being presented with someone that he deems, and I mean that is incredibly evil. I don't know, does the presence of Komugi stop him if he thinks that like if he doesn't get to her now, he's never gonna be able to get to her, and so like how does he weigh those options? Like if two options are presented to him of like she lives, I mean Pitou lives, or he kills her and kills an innocent person. If those two options are presented to him, which one does he choose?
I would say Gon, I know, and writer has been writing for 113 episodes would not choose to kill an innocent person in the process. I would say that.
Yeah.
So if that happens, then I'm confused, honestly, with the route that we are taking this story. Also, we have Shoot with Shoot fighting, what's his name, Yuppie, and also we have Morale fighting Puff, and also we have Knuckle, who is still in a bubble, so we have to see how that turns out and who wins those fights. Again, I think our guys are gonna win.
And
I'm very positive, for the love of God.
One of the more important ones, we have the king.
Yeah.
And Netero and
somehow I don't expect that to happen now.
Me neither.
So that's why I didn't even mention it, because I feel like we're gonna
I think
maybe we're gonna be with King for a second in his brain, but what I expect to happen of the battles are these two first.
I think we're about to see Morale. And again, my best case scenario here is for Morale just to get hurt. And I really think that Puff is not gonna kill him if he is released from the smoke. He just wants to get to the king. Like we have seen, we understand Puff's priorities, and the last episode was very important for him in giving us more of where he is at mentally, which is he's struggling a lot. So I just hope he injures him. I just hope he injures Morale, because Morale is always the one that we were afraid is gonna die, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I mean, I still think nothing has changed.
No, we keep repeating it.
There is a possibility for Morale to die. I'm gonna choose to ignore that one because I don't know how it's gonna affect me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pretend like he's not gonna die and hope that Netero and potentially Kilo's grandfather are gonna be enough, because I say, for example, that they are gonna be enough for me.
Their deaths?
Yeah.
Okay, if it comes to it.
That's two strongest guys. More than enough.
Yeah.
I think so that it's gonna come to it, honestly.
Yeah,
Netero
I mean,
100%.
That Netero dies, I'm not at 100 there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
honestly.
know. Very potentially, yeah.
I am.
I mean,
because
he has lived life.
Yeah, I think
You know
so.
what I mean? He has lived a long life.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think there is two potentials. If we don't come to any conclusion. That's the thing, that's the scary part. If we don't even try to come to any conclusion, then he dies killing the king. If we do try to come to any conclusion, but something happens and king kills him, then that is scary for our guys, but then we are gonna have to have a good progress for the king, because he's not gonna kill us all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he is gonna have to, but again, how is he gonna die at the end? I don't know.
Again, this show has eluded me from the beginning, and it still eludes me.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this and maybe Mob, we have been the worst at knowing what comes next.
This even worse,
because
it has many plots and twists and things like that.
A lot of things.
With Mob, I think we were confused. It's such a good kid and good show and such a heartwarming show.
And I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. Who's gonna die?
Exactly. We didn't want to accept that. So for a long time we were trying to predict something, and there was nothing like that of that sort to be predicted.
Well, we don't usually watch a lot of shows that are just kind to us.
Exactly.
So we're wired about thinking who dies.
Yeah. Where with this show, there are a lot of plots and twists, and
I can't even guess at this point. I really don't know.
Okay, guys.
Let's
play the episode.
I love the name of their powers. They're very direct. Smoky Jail.
Again, repeating the whole scene.
They always started like that. We just need to accept it. But the way that he walks, look at him in darkness.
Complete darkness.
Someone pointed out as well that it's not like he pointed out where Pitou is because of the original plan where he has to distract Pitou, because Pitou is distracted. She is away from the king. He literally did it because there you go. Yeah.
But that is a plan. Yes, it is distraction.
That's not the plan to like kill her. Like the plan was to get away from the king so that they would kill the king.
And then
And like
kill
he
the
basically,
guards?
I don't.
What
I
is
mean,
the
no
plan?
one has. They have not finished that sentence in my mind. And I think he just like they were like Netero just did it because like
I don't know. In my mind, it is the plan to kill the guards.
I don't know.
As
Like
well,
did they
because,
mention?
like,
I mean,
it's a
I guess they're
natural
not gonna let-
progress
sure.
of events. Like,
sure.
honestly.
Okay, where are we? Which one? Who am I gonna
それ
see?
ぞれの場所でそれぞれの戦いが始まっていた
We should give the narrator a name. The horrifying. I would most want to go against Poof. Not because he's not strong, but like
Yeah,
if I'm
me
gonna
too.
die, let me die in glitter, you know? Not by
Me
this. He is scary when he is concentrating like this.
I don't know what his plan is.
I don't know. He just needs to get out of there. So I guess whatever gets him out of here fastest.
And also, I don't see Puff enjoying murder. That would
No,
give me
I don't think he does not.
some comfort that he's not gonna enjoy murdering me.
I mean, I can only say that Pitou could enjoy.
that's
murdering.
definitely, yeah.
The two of them. Oh god. Oh god.
I like it.
Hi, Grandpa.
It's literally Hi Grandpa.
ってことはあいつか
My boys, you do not even understand. You do not even understand. Proceed.
そ
Proceed.
の方らが人間の犠牲を最小限に抑えながら目的遂行を図っていることは十分に理解できた運べ
Honestly, in what universe do they defeat the king?
ドラゴンヘッド
I don't know.
His back is turned.
恐ろしいやつ繰り出そうとしている技に王への害意はない
Okay.
王自身がそれを瞬時に悟ったことに両名も気づいたゼノがわずかな知識すら念に込めようとしなかったのは王への敬意かそれとも
Or was it fear?
Explain. It's like a sign. What is it like? What is it like?
Dragon head. It's gonna descend.
Oh, they're going somewhere else.
Oh, they're going far away.
Okay.
Oh, with minimal casualties. There's too many people here. It's not like they're gonna fight in one room.
Okay.
We are leaving the premise.
人はそこにいる
But he didn't even fucking look at the whole thing happening. You know what I mean?
行こう
Remember when he wanted to like stop Kurapika from killing the Phantom Troop to like save his soul? They killed his whole family, you know what I mean?
それはどっち
そう問いたい衝動をかろうじてキルアは抑え込んだ
聞いてしまったもう止められない
いっそぶちまけてしまえば解決できること大切なものを失ってしまうかもしれない恐怖でキルアはその道に近づくことさえできずにいた
This is very sad. God, oh, this is pissing me off. I want to go back to the scene.
I know.
This is now pissing me off.
おフラッタじゃ
Yeah, it's me, Flutter. Nothing weird to see here. You know, maybe this is better because like in some scenes they give me room to breathe. Because like if I went back and forth between Gon, Killua, Pitou, and then the king and them, I would not breathe at all. We went flying with the dragon, yeah.
ピトー殿の縁がまた消えちまったし下行くの
ええハンヤ様の命令でちょっと
俺らどうするまあここを護衛しろとは言われてないしなでもちょっと試したいんだよね新技
Which one is that? No, this is like ridiculous. That everything happens in literally 2 minutes.
じゃあ私はこれで
あ
You stay where you are.
He's gonna get away.
ハリア様だと。その頃中央と玉座の間では
Glitter is being spread.
I mean, if I had to choose one way to die,
閉じ込めるという行為が
can he just like make him fall
私に対
asleep?
して果たして有効か試されるのもいいでしょう。
ノブの話じゃ催眠効果があるらしいからな。吸い込むわけにはいかねえぜ。
Could you like make a block over your nose to not?
ですが
I honestly thought that that's how he's gonna maybe get away by like making him unconscious.
Yeah. Interesting. This is how he reads people.
警戒覚悟そして自信が2対3対5ほどのブレンド警戒感がやや薄いのは自信の表れ、強い性格と言えますね。
How
夫婦の
interesting.
スピリチュアルメッセージは王直属護衛軍シャウアフフと申します。
Oh, it changed.
いやいや警戒の渦が強くなりました。
Interesting.
ややショックそれだけのこと。
Is that sharp now?
生まれ変われば忘れましょう。
I don't like this. What is this?
After a rebirth, all will be forgiven. Like a cocoon. Morel, for the
I
love
would
of
be so
God.
scared, honestly.
時間をかけてくれるなら大いに結構。鬼が出ようが、じゃが出ようがな。
What is he gonna
I'm
come out
scared.
as? Where now? Where now?
Oh my god.
I don't even know
Do
how
we
you.
land some punches for the love of God?
致命傷すら恐れぬシュートの無謀な突進が逆に彼を生きながらえさせていた。ホテルラフレシア
Oh my God! Yeah, 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 yeah.
あとちょっとで即死を免れるほどの深手と引き換えにシュートが奪ったものをユフィの肩にあった
But like literally, he has like 50 more
立
eyes.
体的なダメージはゼロに等しい。
We managed to piss him off.
This is scary.
Great.
こいつ、王に近づけるわけにはいかない。
Does someone tell him King's not even here?
1秒で長くこいつを引きつけ王と分断
King, not even here, guys.
But he's fighting
ユ
with
フィ
his
と
life.
シュートのリー
Yeah.
ダー思惑通りの展開が逆にナックルを苦しめていた。
I understand, my boy.
耐えろ。今は撃てね
Oh fuck.
But like it's so bad. Like you have to watch your
え。
friend.
攻撃したら、わざわざこっちから確実に周りにあと一人は敵がいると奴に教えるようなもの。
This is really asking for a lot.
ただ見ているだけの自分自身息を潜めるのも戦い。
How are you holding your breath
いくら
still?
自分に言い聞かせても
My most precious.
流れ出る涙を止められずにいた。
Oh my god.
He can't even cheer him on. 10 seconds have passed.
まだ10秒経ったろう。嘘だろう。
10 seconds.
今すぐ逃げ出したいくらい息苦しくて痛い針の後ろに。
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh.
ナックルの暴走を止めたのは
He said 2.
メレオロンの1回目のタップ。
マジかよ。まだ10秒ちょっとだぞ。もしかして助かった。
それは決してナックルを思ってのことでは
He
な
said
く
like he can't.
メレオロンも限界だったからだ。
I mean, it's been a bit now. Did he felt that?
Oh.
ほんの少し爪の先がかすっただけなのに
Oh, yeah.
俺の全力一発分のダメージ返されちまった。
He literally can't touch him.
シュートは命を投げ出して戦ってくれてるのに無傷の俺が間抜けなミスをやらかすなんて。シュートが頑張ってる限り遠慮なく息継ぎしろよ。
Is there anyone behind you to see you?
神の共犯者解除。
You're not gonna know what it is.
こいつはいつの間にいや気づかなかったわけがねえ。この数字は何だ。
It's gonna disappear now.
爆弾。
Can he figure something out?
数は減っても増えてもねえ。
I mean, he's not dumb.
何か来る。
No, what the fuck?
Terrifying,
圧
terrifying.
倒的なパワーを誇りながらもシュートを攻めきれない理由の一つに歴然とした実力の差があると言えるだろう。
Oh, it's
What
gonna
is
shoot
that?
out! Move!
早い。逃げ
Knuckle! Knuckle!
Oh, his hand.
自分を撃って後方に加速。危なかった。
He's terrifying.
Even the way he fights, I would just lie and die, literally.
ユピーの無策に拍車をかけた。いつかはユピーに軍配が上がる勝負。それは正しい。
Okay, but like something are happening now. I mean,
とすればシュートがそれでいいと思い、それにユピーが気づいていないことだろう。
Shoot is fucking alive.
oh my god,
What?
what is this now?
まだやれ。まだ飛べる。
You're doing so well. With this fucking blood.
それでも静かに確実にシュートの限界は近づいていた。
こっちだボケ
Yeah, he just needs to appear without him. My sweetest. My sweetest. Now, if anything happens to you.
わざわざ相手にもう一人敵がいることを教えるようなもの。上等。その方がユピーの注意が散漫になってシュートが助かるに決まってる。
Oh my god, oh my god. My boy.
我に返ったナックルが出した結論は姿を現すこと。
My
I
boy,
love
my
him
cutest
so
boy.
much. This is why he has managed in such a short amount of time to go into top 5. You know what I mean? And like the one position is still remains to be seen. And he is there amongst my other boys. I hate when I have to talk about it. Because like I can't just play.
The next episode.
I can just play the next episode and not talk about it and see what it tells me. Why am I trying to figure out what it wants to tell me?
Especially because, again, every episode shows you, I think that's going to be until the end.
Yeah.
Every episode shows you, because it has 20 minutes, like 4 minutes of every character,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Not really. Like, for example, with King's story and Gon and Killua's story, they were shorter.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
to keep you on
Well,
your toes.
I
waiting.
was like telling you they're showing us. I mean, I care very much about Shoot, Knuckle, and Morel, and I care about their like fighting moments. But like clearly, my most important part are the parts that we see the least. You know, like
But
clearly
like, which
that's
makes
why,
sense because
of
like
course.
technically we have to go through the
Of
fights.
course.
You
I mean,
know?
and like they want to build anticipation. That's like when
Exactly.
it comes to it, that's why like
Exactly.
it's gonna feel
Exactly, but like in my opinion, in my
horrifying.
mind, in the moment with Gon and Kahlua, I was so in tuned
Oh my
in
God.
the episode at that moment. Like I was nervous.
that's what
Like
I
the scene
mean.
was so. Again, we don't get a lot of their.
packed.
Yeah, but like we didn't get a lot of their scenes. I like we in the last few many episodes, in my
Yeah.
opinion, like a lot of their friendship scenes, their relationship, anything, you know. We didn't
I
have
agree, but I
those.
think that is like intentional in the terms of like to add to
Gon.
Gon
Yeah.
and how dark he is, because like we don't get many of those like, you know, sweet, just like nice moments or
Yeah.
whatever, because like Gon is so
Those moments that overwhelm my heart.
yeah.
For example, we got that scene with Gon and Ikki, with
Killua
Killua and
Ikki.
Ikki, you know. But like those are those scenes that like make your eye tear up and things like that, you know, because like you're proud of them, you feel proud of them, happy for them, you know, or
And
anything.
proud of how far Killua has come.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, with Gone, we didn't get many of those. I mean, this was also, I mean, it wasn't. It was for both of them because like it is about their friendship, which was.
Yeah, but like the question there is about Gon and like, you know, what he's gonna do. But like I want to keep that until the end to go through everything else in the episode because like that's gonna take up the most amount of my brain power to figure out what we're gonna do there. Who do I want to talk about? Shoot has kind of accepted death, and so he does not fear it. That's what they were saying. He has accepted death, and that is the only reason why he is still alive.
Yeah.
And the only reason he is fighting, you know, because like if you fight and you're fearing for your life, you're gonna be more careful.
Like he
And
was in his life
yeah.
before that. Like he was always more always afraid of everything and of the fights, you know, because probably of the result of those fights, you know. But like right now, Gon and his determination inspired him and woke something in him, you know, to not be afraid, but to
and like he is standing his ground against Yuppie. That I don't think it's easy to stand your ground.
It's impossible,
against. Like he is kind of the scariest one, and again, all the royal guards are incredibly capable and much more powerful.
To me, the scariest is Pito.
Pito, because like Pito has the like psychopathic eyes.
I don't know what she has, but like in the scene with Kite, I just remember she killed him for a second, you know. Somehow I feel like she can sense anything and she does not fear anything, and I don't know, it's just so psychopathic, and he enjoys it so much, which is the most terrifying thing for me.
I think we touched up on like while we were watching the episode, because like Yuppie honestly is kind of like, he's kind of chill. He's like there.
But like the thing is, his approach in regards of like Puff's approach is much more scary because like
absolutely.
I think if Morel were to run right now, Puff would just let him go.
Absolutely.
He would not care to kill him.
Puff wants to get to the king.
But like if Shulf were to run right now, she would make. I'm not sure if Yuppie wouldn't follow him.
I feel like he would.
Yeah, me too. Because like he would
would
be like, "Oh, you're
Pito
a threat."
definitely would. Yeah. I feel like Yuppie would.
Pito,
you know?
definitely.
I mean, all of them. I mean, I'm glad to see in this past like however many episodes, I have a clearer picture of the guards and like a distinction in my mind as to how they're different from each other. You know, whereas like before, sure, we had Pito, so like we can say that Pito is different, but like we didn't really know much about Yuppie nor Puff. And now like they are really, to me, very different. Like very, very different.
Do you have favorites or not?
I like Puff. I like Puff. I like Puff because he has the capability of seeing and understanding some type of emotions. And again, what we talked about, like if, for example, Morel was just like was about to run away, he's gonna go for the king. Like, he is going there. It's his. He wants to protect him. I don't think he has that like bloodthirsty instinct or whatever. But that can very easily change with Pitou, because like where we left her and the last time, like she cried. And so like depending on how it goes with Pitou, and like some type of development there, that can change.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
I wanted to say like Pitou is very interesting in my opinion. She was from the start, and I'm very interested in her.
Yeah.
But like Puff was in these episodes, for me at least, been a more complex one, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we
so,
got
like,
more of him than
yeah,
these last episodes.
so like in my opinion, I like right now in this episode I would choose Puff as my favorite one, Pitou as the second, Yuppie as the third at this point at least. But like that could change, of course. But like just at this moment, it's like that. I really am enjoying Puff. I feel like he's very interesting and developed character, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. They gave him again in these past few episodes. We really got a lot.
I feel like it's been many episodes, because I feel like it's been since we met Komugi. Literally,
because like he started then noticing the like differences within the king.
And we were in his head. He was talking about that. That's when we, in my opinion, got to know him a bit. Because we were in his head, listening him thinking about King and about what he was at some point when he wanted to kill Kimogi. Thinking about that, you know. And
like struggling with the fact that like there is this Komugi is kind of for them a threat to the king because like of how he is acting because of her. And so like again, like we talked about in the previous episode, he wants to kill her, but like if he does kill her, that's going directly against the king's wishes. And so like that he is torn. And again, all of them are very devoted to the king.
I mean they made it
and so that's why they're struggling with this a lot. But again, I really am enjoying getting to know them better. He went into a cocoon. What emerges from the cocoon, I'm not sure. He was already a butterfly, so like where else are we going? I don't know. But I can't wait to find out. I really liked seeing how his power worked when he was looking at Morel and like saying that he was cautious, not brave, something, three things, and like he gave a ratio as to how he was feeling, and like he can see how those things change by like any movement that he makes. He can see how this one reacts. And that's what he said. That's his power. He called it something, spirit something maybe, whatever. And I remember like he said that he could get his answers for the king, what he was afraid of, if he uses that power to see like what the king is feeling, to like basically confirm it to himself, because he kind of knows. I think that's interesting. Again, Morel, for the love of God. Live. For the love of God. I don't know how this is going to go. Again, everyone here is in a disadvantaged position. Like, everyone here needs a miracle, in a way, for them to survive this fight. Again, a lot of things can happen if we are looking at brute strength, and then like the royal guards are gonna have it, you know what I mean? But again, that's not the things that matter most. So we can still do a lot of damage, but I think we need a lot of luck on our side to not die, honestly. Not even to defeat them, just to not die ourselves. So Shur is functioning well within that because he has accepted death. He has like, we are seeing him flying amongst like grass and butterflies and everything. He is so like, everything around him is hectic, but he within himself is so calm because he's accepted the fact that he is gonna die, and so he fears nothing now.
But who do you know who hasn't accepted the
Knuckle.
fact that he's gonna, the truth is gonna die? Knuckle. And he got out of Mellow and is there right now.
He is my sweetest.
Defending Snoop.
No, like you don't understand. You don't understand. Snoop. Sure. You don't understand. I love that, man. Like, could this be not smartest idea? Sure. Because like now he knows that there is another one here. And like
I know,
we
but, like,
had it
what
hidden.
was exactly the plan?
well, that he keeps hidden, I guess, so that they
Yeah.
can use that at any point or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But like, Shoot keeps getting like
If Shoot-
hit,
yeah,
and
but,
like
like-
if this just continued,
Shoot would die.
Yeah.
And if Shoot would die, he would not be able to be hidden anymore. So
well,
somebody has to
I'm
distract
not
Yuppie.
sure what the exact plan was.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like I do believe that this was a smart decision because like Shoot would die and they needed to distract Yuppie. So Shoot would Knuckle would eventually have to come out. So like why not try to save Shoot's life in the meantime?
I agree. I agree.
And I think he
Again, even if we are missing out on some like tactical reason as to why he should have not, it's the same thing with me for like what Killua did for Ikki in the past episode. Like, yes, did that now put them in a compromised position because the Sherlock Holmes was looking and now he knows that something is off? Yeah, of course it did. So like maybe it was not like the smartest thing alive, but
I know, but like
he did it to protect his friend.
Yeah, but like at the same, yeah, I agree with you. But like at the same time, if Ikki was caught before that,
Yeah.
and something bad would have happened to him, like Ikki has a plan for going down and going to find Palm, right?
Yeah.
So one part of the plan would disappear immediately. Except because like maybe Ikki wouldn't be caught technically because he is a chimera.
That's what I mean.
So,
Like,
like,
he could have
maybe-
just walked. He could have just walked through there, I think. It's just that like Killua reacted fast
Yeah,
because
maybe.
like he saw a threat, So like
Maybe.
if we're gonna look at it
But
like
like
that.
technically, why did then Ikki said like I owe you one? Because like
Oh, I heard like there was someone that said like there was some mistranslation. Someone said that he might have said you owe me one, but I think he said I owe you one because like he kind of, even though he thought like I could have handled this, I think
Yeah,
I thought
now
he like
don't
wanted
have
to
to.
like not that, but like I thought he wanted to reassure Killua because like maybe it was not the smartest thing that Killua did. And so like he wanted to like thank him in a way. Like that's how I
Yeah.
took his like I owe you one.
Yeah.
Even though like Killua maybe did not need to do that, and like Ikki would have been fine because like he has this cover, I just like that's the way I interpreted that.
But like, see, Ikki does not have a good cover apparently because he got caught not just by Sherlock Holmes but also by the other guy as well.
Because he said the wrong name.
Exactly. So like maybe he would do that immediately.
Yeah.
So like maybe he would die and then we wouldn't have Paul.
Look,
Everything
I mean-
happens for a reason. I'm starting to believe that.
Exactly. Look, everything worked out. The elevator doors closed. So tough
we're
luck.
alive at this point.
Tough luck. Ikki
I'm really
is
interested,
fine.
but like I'm thinking about, I'm really interested in Palm, in my opinion. That's so out of the nothing happened
Yeah,
about
but,
it in
like,
this episode. But like she's been
Because we
missing,
don't know where she is.
And
That could
she's
be like
been-
a secret weapon that we're
she's
gonna
been
need.
missing for so long, and I don't even think that we're gonna use her. I think she's gonna come to save us at some point or do something,
Yeah.
because I don't think we know where she is. Nobody knows where she is. So at some point we're gonna find out, and it's gonna be important.
It's gonna be to our benefit. I
Yeah,
just like
definitely.
I have no idea what we're gonna
Just
do.
because
there
we're
when
not
we
seeing
get
her
there.
for so long.
Yeah, like it's gonna have to be important at some point.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we saved you, and so like now what? Now what? We saved you, so contribute.
Yeah.
Contribute. That's what I expect. But yeah, Knuckle, I adore that boy. I adore that like he was barely holding himself together. He was like crying, and he already wanted to start like fucking running towards. You know why he cannot be noticed? Because like if he gets into a fight with Yuppie is gonna hit him, and you saw that like one small hit like gave the interest back, and thus the fucking small little animal is gonna disappear because like Yuppie's punches are much stronger, and like by doing this like he gets drained more and more if he never noticed that thing. Like even if Shoot dies, that thing continues draining his energy for maybe later on, I mean, continues draining his nen.
I mean, I understand, but like again, if Shoot dies, he's not distracted and she goes. And that's the job they have.
Yeah. I don't
So
know.
like if he's not,
I mean, I get
technically
it,
you and me know that King is not there, but they don't know that.
Yeah.
Like Knuckle does not know that.
Yeah.
So like if Shoot would die, he would still have to come out. It's not like he
I
can
guess.
fight. It's not like he can fight the entire time under the what's his name? Mello.
Yeah.
Because Mello can keep his
Breath for 2
breath
minutes.
for so long. I mean, for 2 minutes the most, you know? So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know exactly what the plan there was.
I mean, I guess it was for a surprise attack.
Yeah.
But like for as long as it's possible. Now it's not possible anymore, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But again, I love that Mello also was able to stop him in the moment where he was like in full tears.
Yeah.
And was gonna go on attack because like, I mean, you're watching your friend die in front of you. No one is fucking standing there, and if you are standing there, you're a bit psychotic, honestly. Like I can't even imagine that. And so he took Mello to take his breath, and he was like, I am gonna fight now, and Shur is not gonna die by himself. I'm gonna die with Shur now. Good luck, my boys. I hope that you are all fine. I kind of feel like you will be fine.
Of course, he will be fine.
So we'll just have to see how we can accomplish this.
Yeah. On the other side, we also had that was one of the first scenes with King and Netero, and I mean that was 30 seconds long, you know.
No, that was 2 seconds long.
Yeah.
The
like
scene
for
that we
us,
watched, sure.
Yeah, it was very short scene, but like again, it was to keep you on your toes
No,
and
like
to continue thinking about the scene until the next episode.
my anxiety
because
keeps building about their fight that's coming.
I don't know what's happening, but like King was asked a very interesting question. Like he asked something along the lines like, "How do you want to play this out?" Like I believe you want the least amount of casualties. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like we are gonna go away from here. They're going like I'm imagining now a field where they're gonna be fighting, and they're moving away from all these because there's like a lot of people there. And if they started fighting, it's not like their fights are gonna be contained into one space. Like that's gonna be like trees are gonna burn because of their fights. You know what I mean? And I think King absolutely wants to move because Komugi is like 30 meters away.
Yeah.
And so like he does not want to do that.
I really wanna see that.
Me too. And when the fuck are we seeing that? Because like it could be in 10 episodes, you know what I mean?
Could be, yeah.
Like it could be in 10 episodes and I don't know, like that's gonna
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be soonish. I mean, the beginning or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna keep going back
because
and forth.
That's what I want to say. Because if that's the final fight, then yes, I think it's gonna be in 10 episodes.
Yeah. But that's when it's gonna start. It can last for like 10 more.
I don't think so.
If we go one like back and forth.
Back and forth, maybe. Yeah.
I think we were gonna go back and forth.
But like I don't know. Somehow I don't expect that to be a final fight.
Now I do. Now I expect everything here to be a final fight in a way. Like I don't think we're gonna see the sun come up before the end of this arc. You know what I mean? Because everything is happening within 10 seconds of their time.
Fuck.
And so I think by the time the sun fucking rises, we're gonna end this arc, you know. But that can be like another 20 episodes.
I
Not
know,
maybe 20,
but like it doesn't
know.
matter how long it's been. It matters what happens in the meantime. Like it can be 5 episodes. You know what I mean?
I know.
For King and his progression.
I know.
Like I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that plays out. That's why I'm like maybe this is not a final fight because then in that final fight King dies.
Yeah.
And somehow it doesn't seem worthy in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like really depending on again, I'm sure that we're going to have a lot more scenes where he is maybe talking to Netero, and maybe we get more into the King's head to see the development, to see his thought process as well. I think we're definitely gonna go there.
Yeah, me too.
Just I mean, again, I can't even imagine how anything here is gonna be done. Like not a single thing, and not especially like Gon and Pito.
I think we have talked about Gon and Pito. Nothing has changed. Like there is nothing more that like I can add to it where I think it's gonna go because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like I think we mentioned 15 different scenarios, and one of them is possibly gonna stick.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Which one I have no idea because like again, episode lasted 30 seconds.
We had a scene with him and Killua when Killua caught up to him. And Gon is just like, he did not even fucking see the dragon that carried King away. Like, that's how laser focused he is on that room where Pitou is. And so he told him, he said, like, let's go. He said to Killua, let's go. And Killua was like, what did he mean by that? Like, Killua has been progressively more worried about Gon, as we have been.
Yeah.
Just progressively more worried. Because, like, again, like we talked about it, Gon is not right now the Gon that we necessarily know. He is so consumed by the rage.
Yeah.
Like, he is so consumed by it, he does not see anything other than that. Because, like, right now, they are going to their deaths, kind of. Like, he said to Killua, like, let's go. And for all intents and purposes, you are gonna die. Because, like, you are not stronger than Kite. Both of you combined are not stronger than Kite. Kite has died at the hands of this woman. And so, like, when you are going inside, you are resound to die. Like, you have, like, accepted that you are going there, and Gon sees nothing else to do.
I mean, I don't think that he is thinking in that direction, that he is ready to die. I think he's thinking...
I think, honestly, he's thinking, if I cannot beat her here now, I would rather die.
I don't think so. I don't
No?
think he's thinking that. I just think the only thing in his head is like, I'm gonna kill her right now. Like, I don't think he's thinking of any other possibility except that, like, this ends with him killing her. That's how I imagine it.
Yes, me too. But I think, like, if that thought, like, came to his mind of, like, she is so much stronger than me, he is still gonna choose, I am going there and I would rather die than not kill her.
But
Didn't
like,
he say, what did he say when they were talking about the king, when he took off his arm? Why would he do that? And he, like, Gon said something, I don't know if it was for King or for something else. He said, like, because he couldn't forgive himself or whatever. Did he say something along those lines? Or at least that's how it sounded in my head. And Gon was talking about himself in regards to Kite.
Yeah.
Like, he blames himself, and so I feel like he thinks it would be better as a punishment to Kite, as a punishment for Kite, for him to die if he cannot defeat Pitou in that moment there. And he sees nothing except that rage, because, like, he clearly does not even, like, see that he is taking Killua with him.
That's what
Killua is gonna die with you.
That's what I want to say. That's why I don't think, like, he's thinking about that at all. I don't know how to explain that. I
understand what you mean, but I don't know to what extent.
I don't think that there is anything else in his head. I'm going with Killua, and I don't care that he's about to die, because, like, it's better to die than, like, not do this fight. Yeah. I don't think that's going through his head, because I think there is just so much rage towards Pitou that's the only thing that exists there. You know? But I also loved how it was done, the whole scene, where Gon says, let's go, and just goes, and, like, we then focus on Killua, whose face is so... I don't even know how to describe what he was feeling exactly, but, like, he was looking at Gon in that moment, and, like, the shot was made that, like, Gon is completely covered in darkness. Yeah. And and Killua was sad and shocked, and I don't even know how many feelings, you know, but, like, it was just reminding me how whenever he always looked at Gon was the light. And I think it was done purposely, that in this scene where Killua is looking at him confused, let's say, but, like, not really confused, but, like, worried. Yeah, concerned. Is where Gon is completely covered in darkness.
Well, again, I mean, that just goes to show that, like, Gon is not the Gon that we, like, know, because he is, like, that is who he is right now, is just a person seeking revenge. And, like, that's what Killua is talking about, like, when he says, what do you mean? Like, not how far are we gonna take this, but, like, he is very concerned about Gon being so consumed by this to the point that he, like, does not think straight.
Narrator even said that, like, he understands that he's afraid that he's gonna lose his friend, something along those lines.
If he asks anything, like, if he asks what he wants to ask him out loud, like, and, like, he is really struggling with that. I mean, similarly, in a funny way, similarly to Poof, who was like struggling with the king having feelings, gaining feelings because of Komugi, and him not wanting to even admit that, like going purposely to that room that he knows the king is not gonna be in, but like he just wanted to lie to himself. Like Killua does not want to broach that subject because like that means that Gon is gone too far. Like he has gone too deep in his like anger and rage, and like he can lose his friend due to that. But like he cannot say it. Like he cannot do it. He does not know how to broach the subject. What a fun little parallel between the two of them there. And so again, like every fucking bit is such a progression for Gon's character. I mean, like kind of a downwards one for this.
I really want to that is what I would like to see in the next episode again. You know, to see the continuation, or I really want them to have some type of conversation, anything maybe. You know, I think that would. I would at least like and appreciate something like that. You know. Yeah. Again, I don't know if that's gonna happen after the fight with Pitou or
I
before.
feel like after, because I don't think Gon, until Pitou is dead, I don't think Gon is gonna be in any mental capacity to think clearly
or like to break.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna have it. You know what I mean? Again, I am certain that he kills her. How that happens in the terms of like Pitou is so much stronger than him in any way. She is so much stronger than him. And again, I think it's like the shot in the intro where he like gets, you know, the shot that I always point out to, that I don't know what it is. Like I think that like his anger and rage takes over to the point that like, I don't know, maybe his Nen intensifies. I'm not sure how that can work with Nen exactly, but like it's the only way that he could get to Pitou, unless it's because of distraction with Komugi. And like Komugi is the whole other separate portion that like I am worried about because of Gon. But like even if we do, like let's say we cut out Komugi and like Gon just kills Pitou, that is still, that can just, again, that scene can really be horrifying in a way. Because again, I am not sitting here and saying that he should not like take revenge, you know, that he should like take now the higher role. Like she has harmed someone that he is cared about and harmed him in such an awful way, you know, like I understand this, but like there is a way that he could take revenge, similarly to, again, we've talked about it a few episodes ago, maybe last episode, in Full Metal, how Roy wanted to take revenge on Envy. Was that the one, the Envy? And like again, no one was gonna start arguing that he should not have taken revenge, but like when he started, and it was so, like he just wanted him to suffer, and doing it in such a way when someone, to the point that you're like enjoying someone suffering, that is very dark for you.
Yeah, but like I think that can, I would be even more excited than to see the aftermath of that and how that affects Gon, because I still think Gon deep inside of him is the same Gon that we know, and I think that like after doing something like that, after having his revenge and still feeling guilt because of Kite, because at the end of the day Kite is dead. You cannot bring him back, you cannot do anything, you know. And if he still I think that is when it's gonna come, all those emotions of him doing this to somebody else, let's say, you know. I mean, I think it has to come for his progression, because if it doesn't, then like makes no sense in my opinion, you know. And that is something that I will be very interested to see.
I'm sorry, I'm just like thinking like the whole reason why they're here and why they're doing this, like why they have agreed to go on this like crusade, I don't know what the fuck to call it, is because of Gon. Like if Gon did not want to go to avenge Kite, they would not have gone. Like it's not like Killua was the one pushing for that, you know what I mean? And so like the whole reason it's kind of, again, not, let's say, intentionally, but he is putting Kilua's life in danger because he is concentrated on revenge. Like, they have decided to go down this path because, like, I was like thinking, okay, going into this room with Pitou, but that was already an established plan that both of them take on Pitou. But, like, they didn't have to be in this palace in the first place, you know? They didn't have to be here at all, but they are here because God needs to take revenge. This is not about, like, saving humanity. I mean, sure it is. Like, there is absolutely an element of that, but, like, for Gon, it is laser focused on revenge. And, like, the saving humanity is, like, an added bonus. But that's not, like, that's not his main concern. Which is, like, very, very troubling. Very troubling for Gon's mental state. That we see that he is, like, in darkness. My sunshine is in darkness. So, that's fun. That, like, I think, like, the scene where he kills Pitou, like, I'm certain is about to be horrifying. I mean, not about to be. I don't think this ends in, like, the next 10 episodes. I mean, why am I using 10 episodes as, like, we're not gonna see the king for 10 episodes. Yeah. He doesn't kill him for 10 episodes, I don't know.
So nothing happens in the next 10 episodes. Fight. Knuckle and shoot fight.
Yan Morel for a bit, for a long time there. I don't know, like, again, I think it's such a fascinating storyline. It's very interesting. And I really don't know where it leaves us when we finish it.
Yeah.
I really don't know where we're gonna go with it.
What do you mean?
Well, like, what our boys are gonna have to deal with. Like, what lines have been crossed for Gon that he needs to, like, deal with.
I mean, I don't know. I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
I hope those whatever lines he crosses are the ones that, like, both of them as friends and also him as a character as a human can get past it.
I think that is gonna be the case, definitely.
Then I can't wait to see. That's the thing, because, like, I can't wait, and that's what I think as well, because, like, people love Gon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And people adore Killua and Gon.
But
if Killua.
Imagine, I'm not gonna make this comparison. It's funny, but, like, could say in Attack on Titan people love Eren. And then they're like, okay, I love Eren.
I don't think so.
I know, but I'm just like, it's a joke more like.
Never seemed that way.
I know.
With people comments.
I know. I know, but I was just thinking that, like, Chad Eren in season 4, fun.
But, like, also Killua and Gon as a relationship. Like, if he was to end up the way that we talked about, hurting Killua on the brink of his life, I would never go back to that.
Yeah.
It would be a tragic storyline, in my opinion.
Yeah, that
tragic friendship.
The
friendship that
Kilua's hands
was a line for me. Remember,
and, like,
how
don't forgive that, Gon. I don't forgive that. I mean, that doesn't mean much. I love you. Like,
I was about to say, I do forgive him.
No, but, like, you know, he's like, it's because you're the only one I trust, and Killua was like, oh, it's because you trust me. But boy, we need to set fucking boundaries, you know? Again, that is a bit of a, I'm not gonna say, like, toxic thing that can happen, because, like, this is Killua's first friend, and in that moment his only friend, you know? And so, like, he really wants that friendship, and he's gonna suffer for that friendship if need be. And that is not a thing that you should do when there is something that's clearly, like, not right for you, you know? Because, like, that was not an important thing where you had to fucking keep your arms on that, you know what I mean? That should not have happened. Like, again, I think all those things need to be addressed.
I don't think we have.
And this show only lasts 160 episodes.
48.
48.
I don't know.
I don't know 100. Why is 60? I always go 60.
Like,
even though I know, like,
because, like, we always talk 144. Then we went to
46, 48.
Yeah. It's like, but 60.
I don't know. I feel like I always say 60 because I think Full Metal is 64, and so I go with 164.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
So far, this was your first time.
Oh, I thought I already said 160.
I don't know.
And you were like 140. I was like 140.
Really?
Yeah. That's it, guys. Thanks
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.